Okay, for this civil rights breakout, you're going to need the supplies pictured here. So across the top we have the breakout box, the hasp, the directional lock, the 4-digit lock, the small lock box with the 3-digit code, envelope, tape, pencils, and scrap paper, the key lock, the 4 or 5 letter lock, I call it the word lock, the invisible ink marker, the black light, flashlight, the internet access, or access to a QR code reader. Once you have all of your locks set with the codes that are in the setup sheet, then you want to also have all the handouts for your students. There are 10 handouts altogether. You have the first handout, which is the Civil Rights History Hunt. This is something that you will display for the students, and you're going to put that along with Cypher 1 and Little Rock 9 in an envelope, and that's going to be what you hand the students to start off. But I would display this Civil Rights Hunt so that the kids can read about what their assignment is and explain the locks to them if they haven't used breakout locks before. They might need some tips on resetting certain locks when they want to try new combos like the directional lock. Remind them about teamwork, and then you will go on. They will begin with Cypher 1. Cypher 1, you're going to have this set up because you're going to use an invisible marker, and you're going to write on here the cipher code is hidden, and then you're going to hide the cipher code, which looks like this. You're going to hide that somewhere in your room. I actually like tucking it into a cipher book, so then I kind of prop the book on the table right near the lockbox, so kids will look through the book and then find it folded in between the pages. So after the kids find the code, then they will be able to decode this cipher. So here is where the cipher code, what it looks like. On this code sheet, you're going to use the invisible ink marker again, and you're going to write use with ciphers 1 and 2, so they know that this will be used again. They will, for cipher 1, one of the first words is O, R, K, and R. And if you look at O, that becomes a C, and the the R becomes an O. So they end up spelling combo. And what they will find with Cypher 1, this actually says combo is the month and date the students are allowed to enter the school. They will have to watch the video that is on the Little Rock 9 handout that was also in this envelope. So when they get that code, they know that they have to watch the video about the students who wanted to go to the school, and then it even says use with Cypher 1. So they should connect that, and while they're in the video, they'll see that it was September 25th was the date the students were allowed to enter the school. So the code would be 925, which would unlock the small lockbox. In the small lockbox, you will have already placed the Jim Crow handout, the Rosa Parks handout, and the Cypher 2 handout. So on the Jim Crow laws handout, they will have a QR code that will take them to a web page where they will read to try to find the one judge that reigns supreme. So they should read this passage. They may need a little hint. Then one judge reigns supreme is their hint. And when they read the passage carefully on the website, they will notice that Earl Warren was the Chief Justice that helped with the Jim Crow laws being overturned, and they will write in Earl, or spell out Earl on the lock, E-A-R-L. And if you have a 5-letter lock, you're going to have the kids put a space at the end of that. Then next they can decode the Rosa Parks page, and they might be doing these in different orders. Maybe a couple kids are working on one thing and a few students are working on another clue. That's okay as well. But with the Rosa Parks, they're going to also scan the QR code, and when they watch this video, they're going to try to find out her unlucky number. That should be a clue for them to look for her arrest number, which is 7053, and there's an image of her holding up her arrest number several times throughout the video. So this will open the 4-digit lock, and then they will be prompted to go to Cypher 2, which is also in the small lockbox, and they will be looking at the Cypher code because they had that earlier, and when they do decode this message, it'll say a key is found below a place a teacher would sit in. So if you have already taped the key, it should be underneath a teacher chair of some sort. Then after they get that key, they will unlock the key lock, and they should have only the directional lock left unless they have found this previously. You should have hung the Martin Luther King Jr. handout somewhere in the room that stands out so they would notice it. They will read this passage, and they should gather eventually that there are highlighted or words that are in italics, like south, north, north, then west, and they would be in that order on the directional lock. There is a map that they might even use to map it out where they traveled south and then north and west. So hopefully they get those directional clues. If not, they may need to use a hint card, and that would be their final lock. And there have hint cards here that you could print out, and then when they open up the lockbox, they should see the We Broke Out certificates. So hopefully everything works smoothly.